Behold, O seeker, who stands at dawn upon the path that wizards trod. Here lies the wisdom veiled by time, that once did Solomon in rhyme dictate to winds, to earth and flame, and summon spirits by their name. These are the secrets, ancient sealed, which now through this thy heart revealed. Know well that power is not of might, nor force of hand, nor darkest night, but from the stars, the soul, the mind, where heavens speak, where will is signed. In these great lines a path is laid for those who seek the hidden shade. For Solomon, the wise and just, in God and starry truth did trust. To spirits deep his voice did bend, to worlds unseen his mind extend. And through these words thou too shalt find the key to rule both space and time.
The Great Grimoire of Solomon is no mere collection of spells, but the gathered wisdom of the legendary king who commanded both men and spirits, who built his temple with hands unseen and spoke with the tongues of angels and demons alike. Herein lies the path for those who seek to harmonize with powers that dwell beyond the physical, to reach into the realms where unseen forces govern, and where human will can command the vast energies of creation. This grimoire is a map to those realms, where one must tread with caution, wisdom, and strength of heart. The spirit world is not a place of whim or trifling magic, but of balance, consequence, and eternal laws.
On the nature of spirits and man. In days of old, when world was young and stars to earth their music sung, there stood a king with wisdom bright, who saw beyond both day and night. For Solomon, whose seal is known, was given wisdom from the throne. He spoke with beings made of flame, of air, of water, known by name. These spirits, neither dark nor light, dwell beyond mortal eye and sight. Not bound by earth, not chained by death, they move with thought, with will, with breath. Yet they obey the mind that calls, who builds the circle and the walls. Thus know, O seeker bold and wise, that spirits come where wisdom lies, but heed thee well and speak with care, for not all come with gifts to share. Some spirits heal and some will harm, but all respond to will's alarm.
The spirits spoken of in this grimoire are not creatures of fable or fiction, but the conscious forces that move within the very fabric of reality. Each one, governed by laws of its own, can be called upon, shaped, and directed by the magician who commands with knowledge, authority, and respect. They are reflections of both light and shadow, bound not by simple morality, but by the energies they personify. King Solomon was said to have mastered these spirits, controlling both their power and their nature. By his hand, they became architects, messengers, guardians, and warriors. Yet his control was not won through force alone, but through wisdom, understanding their place in the greater order of creation. The spirits respond to harmony. They serve the one who knows their language, their symbols, and the deeper laws that bind them.
The path of the magician. O seeker who doth stand before the gates of Solomon's deep law, know first the path thou dost begin lies not without but deep within. For magic starts not in the hand, nor in the words, nor in command, but in the mind that sees with eyes the hidden truth that underlies. A magician seeks with heart and mind to weave the world to truth aligned. Not all who walk this way return, for flames of power can scald and burn. But those who walk with steady breath shall find the light that conquers death. First learn the signs, the seals, the names, and how to wield the sacred flames. But learn as well the law of cause, that what thou sends must know its laws. For balance is the rule of life, where magic fails if born of strife.
The journey of the magician is one of both knowledge and inner transformation. Power without wisdom corrupts. Authority without balance breaks. This grimoire is meant for those who seek to align their will not only with the forces they summon, but with the deeper truths of the universe itself. Solomon was not merely a king. He was a ruler of his own spirit, understanding the laws that govern both the physical and metaphysical worlds. The magician's first task is to understand these laws and bring themselves into harmony with them. As the Great Grimoire unfolds, so too must the practitioner unfold their understanding, realizing that the true power lies not in controlling the spirits, but in mastering the self.
on the use of the seals and symbols. The seal is key, the sign is guide, through which the spirit doth abide. These symbols, ancient, pure, and bright, do open doors to unseen light. For every line and curve and name contains within its hidden flame. Like stars upon the sky they rest, to call, to bind, to guard, to test. The sigil bright, the circle pure, are ancient marks that still endure. And through them power flows unbound, where light is found and shadows drown. But heed thee well, these marks of old are sacred, carved in symbols bold. Thus, when thou work true and right, for seals and signs give spirit flight. By seal of Solomon I call, arise, appear, obey, and fall. The seal commands, the symbol leads, and by these paths thy magic breeds.
At the heart of the Great Grimoire of Solomon lies the use of seals and symbols, sacred geometry that acts as the language of the spirit world. These seals, passed down through ages of wisdom, serve as both the keys and locks to the gateways between realms. To draw these symbols is to invoke the forces of creation and command the attention of those who dwell beyond the veil. Each seal must be drawn with precision, care, and understanding of its meaning. The practitioner is not merely copying a design, but channeling the energies that the seal represents. This is the alchemical process by which thought and matter combine, and it is through these seals that the magician calls forth the spirits, binds them to their will, and governs the ritual.
The covenant of power. Thus know, O mage of heart and fire, that magic's cost is oftentime higher. For those who seek to master all must heed the greater ancient call. In balance lies the secret deep, where spirits wake and shadows sleep. To wield the power of this tome, thou must in heart create thy home. Never forget that magic flows where knowledge and deep wisdom grows. The spirits come not just by force, but by thy soul's untarnished course. For what thou sends into the sky returns to thee with opened eye. This is the law, the covenant strong, to which all power shall belong. I call thee come, I bid thee rise, yet know my heart is pure and wise. Thus power bends where wisdom leads, and in this truth the spirit heeds.
The covenant of power is the unspoken agreement between the practitioner and the universe itself. Every action taken within the circle, every spirit summoned, every word spoken, carries a consequence that echoes through the planes of existence. The magician who works with this grimoire must remember that true mastery lies not in domination, but in alignment with the spirits, with the natural order, and with the self. Solomon's great secret was not his control of the spirits, but his understanding of balance. He wielded immense power because he knew when to command and when to listen, when to speak and when to be silent. This grimoire is offered to those who are ready to walk that same path of wisdom, who seek not only to summon, but to understand, to balance power with compassion, authority with humility. The first 7 spells of the Great Grimoire of Solomon represent the cornerstone of a powerful system of ritual magic. Each spell is built upon a triad of interdependent components, woven together to create a balanced and effective act of summoning, commanding, and working with spirits. These spells guide the practitioner through every step of the process, from preparation to dismissal, with a deep emphasis on harmony, precision, and wisdom. Each spell is aligned with different aspects of summoning and working with the spirits of the Goetia, reflecting Solomon's mastery of the spiritual realm.
The spell of preparation, protection, and invocation. Hear, O seeker of arcane paths, heed the wisdom of ages vast. The rite begins in sacred space, where shadows flee before light's grace. First cleanse thyself with water pure, wash thy hands, thy heart ensure. Anoint thy brow with oils refined, for in purity the spirits bind. The altar next, adorned with care, sigils, candles, incense rare. The circle drawn upon the floor with symbols known to gods of yore. Wax not in haste nor waver here, for each tool placed must be sincere. Thy robe of white, the wand in hand, with silent chant thy will command.
Begin by purifying both yourself and your space. Bathe, meditate, and anoint your brow with consecrated oil. Arrange your tools on the altar, candles for light, incense for spirit, and the sigil of the spirit to be summoned. Draw a circle of power on the ground using salt, chalk, or other consecrated material. Within it, inscribe symbols of protection. Wear a white robe or garment to symbolize purity, and grasp a wand or staff which serves as your extension of will.
Now guard thyself with circle bright, a bastion against the spirit's might. Upon this ring cast holy names, those ancient words of secret flames. Call forth Michael, the guardian bold, Raphael's light, the healer old, Uriel's fire to cleanse thy gate, Gabriel's truth to seal thy fate. At each of four the candles set to mark the points where powers met. Between them trace with wand or blade the seal by which thy path is made. Breath calm within this hallowed bound, for naught may pass nor break this ground.
Construct your circle, chanting names of power as you move. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, creating a sacred boundary. At each quarter of the circle, place a lit candle to represent the elemental forces. Use your wand or dagger to trace the circle's edge, visualizing a protective barrier of light rising around you. Inside this boundary, breathe slowly and focus your mind, maintaining the sanctity of the space.
Now comes the hour to call and bind, the spirit's name with sigil signed. Hold forth the seal within thy hand and chant the words as stars command. By name and sign I thee invoke, arise from shadow, break from cloak. Servant of Solomon, heed my will, come forth, appear, and time be still. 3 times intone the sacred phrase till veils part and flame light blaze, but fear thee not. Hold steadfast heart, for thou art shielded, set apart. Behold its form, speak bold and clear, for now it stands within thy sphere.
Hold the spirit's sigil aloft, focusing your mind on its shape and power. Speak the spirit's name with authority. Use incantations that align with the spirit's nature, repeating them thrice to solidify your command. As you invoke, envision the spirit emerging from darkness, bound by the sigil and the names of power you have called. Keep your will firm, maintaining your inner strength and focus as the spirit appears before you.
The spell complete, the triad spun, from dawn of right to deed now done. In preparation strength is laid, in protection the walls are made. Invocation calls the key to open doors where shadows flee. Remember this, O seeker wise, for through this path thy power lies. Let not thy fear nor doubt betray, for spirits bend where thy will sway. This triad forms the ancient chain by which thou speak, by which thou reign. The spell of authority, sigil use, and spirit compulsion. Be steadfast, thou who walks the line, twixt mortal flesh and art divine. When spirits rise and shadows coil, thy voice shall rule, thy will shall toil. Lift now thine eyes to heaven's throne, speak words of kings, let might be shown. By highest name, by sacred crown, all powers bend and tremble down. To Solomon's seal they all must bow, as once in temple, so here, now. In name of God, in name of light, all spirits yield to righteous might. So raise thy wand or sword in hand, and show that thou dost understand. By Adonai and Elohim I stand above in faith supreme. Yea, by El Shaddai, El Elyon, thy strength and will are mine alone.
Declare your authority with conviction. Invoke the names of God or divine powers to establish a force that spirits must obey. Hold your wand, sword, or staff aloft as a symbol of dominion. Visualize a crown upon your head, connecting you to the celestial realm. Call upon divine names, Adonai, Elohim, El Shaddai, that resonate with power. Each name reinforces your authority over the spirit.
But words alone shall falter thin if lacking mark to call within. Bring forth the sigil, sacred line, inscribed with seal by fate divine. This symbol binds the spirit's name, by this they come, by this they tame. And in this sign they know thy will, and by this mark thy voice is still. Lay bare the sigil, draw it near, the spirit knows its presence clear. Focus now, with all thy might, let spirit see and take to flight. For every line and curve therein, the spirit's truth is found within.
Take the sigil of the summoned spirit and hold it where it can be clearly seen, either in your hand or placed upon the altar. Focus intently on the sigil, letting its lines and curves form a bridge between your world and the spirit's. Imagine the sigil glowing with power, pulsing with light. Speak the spirit's name in tandem with showing the sigil, binding the name to the symbol and reinforcing the spirit's awareness of your authority.
With name and sign thus held in thrall, now comes the time to bind them all. Compel, command, compel again. Bind strong the spirit, none shall wane. I bid thee come, I bid thee stay. Obey my words by night, by day. By wand, by seal, by name and right, thou art my servant through this night. Let no rebellion pass its lips, for thou dost hold its sure eclipse. Compel with voice, with look, with will, until the spirit's form is still. By this command I thee enchain, by this compulsion thou remain. To do my bidding swift and clear, until dismissed thou art held here.
Use strong and clear language to compel the spirit to obey. Speak with authority, confidence, and unwavering intent. Gaze directly at the spirit, or where you perceive its presence, maintaining firm eye contact if it has manifested visually. Recite binding commands, invoking the power of the wand or sword and the sigil to keep the spirit restrained within the bounds of your control.
Behold the three as one weave tight that binds the spirit firm in sight. By authority thy voice is heard, by sigil strength is vow conferred. And through compulsion force is spun, the spirit bows, the pact begun. Forget thee not, O child of grace, the spirit knows its time and place. With each command and every sign reinforce the spell's design. For they who falter lose their hold, but they who stand, the spirit's mold. The spell of offerings pact formation. The spirit summoned, bound by name, yet treaties signed with gifts acclaim. Offerings made with careful hand build trust, like tides upon the sand. For spirits heed where gifts align with their own nature's grand design. Thus let thine offerings reflect the spirit's art in full respect. With honey sweet or herbs so rare, with incense smoke that fills the air, bring forth the gift, in flame ignite, and let its essence take to flight. For smoke ascends to realms unseen, where spirits move and make their keen. O spirit called from shadows deep, take of this gift my favor keep. With this our pact, our bond made pure, I offer freely, thus secure. Thus thy voice in calm and grace shall soothe the spirit to its place.
Identify offerings that align with the spirit's nature and purpose. Honey for sweetness, herbs for healing, incense for knowledge. Present these offerings during the ritual, placing them on the altar, lighting incense, or burning herbs as needed. Speak with respect and calm, offering these gifts as a gesture of goodwill and establishing a bond of mutual acknowledgement with the spirit.
Now pact shall be with words inscribed, a promise made, a contract scribed. For offerings may open door, yet binding pact secure far more. Speak thus the terms in language clear, so all may know and all may hear. Spirit bound and spirit true, here are the tasks I bid of you, to seek, to know, to find, to free. This is thy work decreed by me. By parchment blank or vellum torn, by silver quill or feather borne, seal thus the pact with sacred sign, in ink of blood or purest wine. Let spirit know its terms are set, and by this pact its tasks be met. By this agreement, word to deed, thou art constrained by will and creed, to serve my call until released, and find in me thy calm and peace. Thus write, thus speak, thus bind anew the pact that holds both me and you.
Clearly state the terms of the pact you wish to form, detailing the spirit's tasks and what it will receive in return, including offerings, respect, or any other agreement. Write the pact on parchment or vellum, using symbols or words meaningful to the spirit, and seal it with a drop of blood, wax, or wine to finalize the agreement. Speak the terms aloud, establishing the binding nature of the pact. The spirit, now assured of its role, will align with the tasks you decree.
When pact is formed and tasks aligned, know well the moment to unbind. The spirit's work shall now be done, and thus the right, a setting sun. Fear not to loose what thou hast bound, for spirits freed are peace profound. O spirit called, I bid thee well, return to place where shadows dwell. By offering and pact complete, depart in peace, thy work replete. But guard thy voice in words assured, so none remain who are not cured. Extinguish flame and pour the wine, break bread or salt, dissolve the sign. The circle breaks, the veil undone, the spirit goes, its task is spun. By light of day or dark of night thou art released, be gone from sight. So speak, so act with calm embrace, for spirits freed leave not a trace.
Once the spirit has completed its task or the ritual is coming to a close, begin the process of dismissal. Use a firm yet gentle tone to bid the spirit farewell. Assure it that it is free to depart back to its realm and thank it for its work. Symbolically, close the ritual. Extinguish candles, pour out offerings, or break a circle of salt. Speak final words of dismissal to ensure the spirit's peaceful return to its place.
Thus, offerings made, pacts form and bind, and through dismissal, all unwind. Note well the pattern in between, how each flows to next unseen. For offerings given, strengthen pact, and by such gifts, dismissals act. Non-linear flows the ritual's heart, where every piece plays its part. See how the gift anticipates the pact fulfilled as task dictates. See how the pact releases well when offering grants peace to spell. For where one thread doth move and weave, another's hand doth next receive. Offer, bind, release in turn, and with these steps the secrets learn. The spell of mental state, focus, and willpower. Before all craft and all command, prepare thy mind as tempered sand, a stillness deep, a silence pure, the inner realm thou must secure. For spirits rise where thought is clean, where mind and will in peace convene. So calm the storm and quell the strife, find balance in thy inner life. Sit as mountain, unmoved by wind, where thoughts dissolve, where calm begins. Let breath flow deep and breath be slow, till mind is clear like moonlight glow. O spirit self, align, attune, cast off the veil, the world's cocoon. I seek not now the earthbound call, but silence vast, where spirits all.
Before beginning the ritual, sit in a comfortable, grounded position and focus on your breathing. Slow each breath until your body is relaxed. Let your thoughts settle. Meditate, allowing all distractions to pass through your mind without attachment. Reach for inner stillness and silence. Intone softly to yourself words of attunement, a mantra, prayer, or incantation that centers your mind. This prepares your mental state for deeper focus and alignment with the spirit world.
Focus sharp like tempered blade to cut through veils where spirits wade. Hold thine eye upon the seal, for through its lines the truth reveal. Fix thy gaze, yet fix thy mind to see what mortal eyes can't find. As archer knows but single mark, so thou must seek through shadow dark. Hold sigil bright in center sight, and let its shape inflame the night. By single thought, by single aim, I call thee forth by seal, by name. Keep wandering thought from breaking through, keep doubt away and vision true. Behold the Spirit's form arise between thy thoughts, behind thine eyes. For where thy focus holds, it grows, and where it turns, the Spirit goes.
Focus on a singular point, such as the Spirit's sigil or candle flame. Let your attention narrow down to this symbol or focal point alone. Visualize the sigil or spirit as clearly as possible in your mind's eye, building a mental image that is vivid and vibrant. Keep all stray thoughts or distractions away. The act of focus should be like an arrow, directed only at the spirit you intend to summon and command.
Will is flame, and flame is life. Will's bright edge cuts through all strife. As fire bends and shapes the night, so will doth guide the spirit's sight. Summon now thy strength of heart, let every doubt and fear depart. Within thee lies a flame so bright, it speaks to spirits, binds them tight. By force of will and flame of soul I thee compel, by fire's coal. My voice is law, my will is steel, and through my heart all powers kneel. Hold firm thy ground, let spirits see that thine is force that sets it free. With every word and every breath, let will be strong as life or death. Bring forth the power deep inside, the flame of soul, the strength of tide.
Build up a sense of your inner strength, your willpower, as if it were a flame within your chest that you can stoke and make brighter. Command with a voice of confidence, as though your words are law and the spirit must follow. Your willpower is the force that binds the spirit to your command. Imagine your will as an unbreakable flame, reaching out to touch and control the spirit, making it clear that your intent is unyielding.
Behold how mind, focus, and will converge as one in forceful still. When mental state is calm and pure, and focus sharp as glass made sure, when willpower shines, unbent, unbowed, these forces join and speak aloud. See now how each the other binds, how mind brings focus, will aligns. For mental state holds focus true, and focus stirs the will in you, and will returns to hold the mind in sacred calm and strength combined. Conjoined they stand, conjoined they call, through triune force they govern all. Let not one falter, let not one break, for conjoined power spirits wake. The spell of timing, environment, and symbolism. Listen, seeker, to time's sweet song, a moment right can ne'er be wrong. For stars above and moons below do weave their patterns, ebb and flow. Be mindful then to know the hour, for timing breathes the spirit's power. When night is deep and moon is high, or dawn breaks open velvet sky, seek thee the day, the planetary reign, the hour in which thy craft will gain. When Mars ignites with strength and flame, or Venus calls with love's own name, celestial hands do turn and move, the spirit's mood they oft approve. By Saturn's night or Mercury's morn, I call thee forth when fate is worn.
Align your ritual with the appropriate celestial timing, considering lunar phases, planetary hours, and astrological influences. Know which planetary force governs your desired outcome. Mars for strength and war, Venus for love and art, Mercury for communication, and so on. Begin the ritual at the proper hour and day to harmonize your intent with the energies of the cosmos, allowing the heavens to empower your call.
See now the space where thou dost stand, let all within obey command. The altar dressed, the flame alight, make sacred what is plain by sight. The air must stir with scented breath, and all within must banish death. So sweep the ground and cleanse the air, prepare the room, prepare the lair. Candles burn with gentle flame, their light does cast the spirit's name. Incense rises, smoke entwined, and bell or chime brings peace to mind. All elements shall here combine, for earth and air and fire align. O space made pure, O space made whole, within these bounds my voice extol.
Prepare your ritual space, ensuring it is clean and free of distractions. Use a broom to sweep the area, symbolically clearing away negative energies. Arrange candles around the altar, matching their color to the spirit's attributes. Burn incense that corresponds to the spirit's nature to infuse the environment with its energy. Set a harmonious atmosphere. Chime a bell, play soft music, or use other ambient sounds to attune the space and bring your senses into focus, making the environment a vessel for spirit work.
Symbols speak where tongues do fail, in secret forms their truths unveil. Have care, O mage, to know them well, for symbols bind where spirits dwell. A flower for love, a blade for might, a cup of wine for dream-filled night. The colors rich, the metals pure, each holds a truth, a meaning sure. In silver sheen or golden gleam, a hidden path, a whispered theme. By scarlet flame, by azure sea, I call thee forth, and let it be. With every sign and sacred hue, I bind my voice, I call to you. A stone for earth, a feather high, a flame to burn, a sighing sky. Let every tool and every sign reflect the world of spirit's design.
Choose symbols, colors, and materials that correspond to the spirit and purpose of your ritual. Use objects that carry meaning. Red cloth for passion, silver for lunar energies, gold for the sun. Place symbolic items on your altar to represent the spirit's qualities and the elements you wish to invoke. Be mindful of the interconnectedness of these items and their influence on the ritual. Speak aloud the associations and meanings as you place each symbol, connecting the physical world to the spiritual realm through intention and understanding.
Behold how time and space do wed, and symbols form the words unsaid. For timing stirs the heaven's voice, and space reflects the spirit's choice. And symbols sing the notes unseen to bridge the world of waking dream. Harmonic now these three combine in chime and flame and sacred sign. For timing grants the spirit's ear, and space provides a realm made clear, and symbols shape the unseen force to guide the right along its course. Remember this, O child of night, that when in tune the world feels right, through harmonic threads thy will shall sing, and to thy call the spirit bring. The spell of verbal commands, gestures, and visualization. The word is law, the word is might. Speak forth, and spirit takes its flight. For by thy voice the veils will part, and bind the spirit to thy heart. Every syllable, sharp and clear, must echo loud for all to hear. I call thee forth by name and sound. Arise, attend, and be unbound. Thy voice must carry weight and will. With every word the air grows still. Repeat thee thrice the sacred spell, for echoes rise where shadows dwell. O Spirit, heed my command this hour, obey my word, submit to power. So let thy voice be strong as steel, and with thy word the worlds will kneel.
Speak clearly and with conviction. Each word must carry the full weight of your intent, so that it resonates through the spiritual plane. Invoke the Spirit's name with authority, repeating it 3 times to reinforce your command. The repetition strengthens your presence and ensures the spirit's attention. Use declarative statements to direct the spirit, as if your words are binding laws. Allow no hesitation or doubt to creep into your voice, for the power lies in your verbal precision.
Thy hand moves swift, thy arm does rise as symbols trace across the skies. In gesture pure the power flows, as through thy limbs the magic grows. The wand, the sword, or open palm directs the storm, brings forth the calm. With every motion, subtle, sure, the spirits know thy will is pure. Draw circles wide or symbols true, with each the spirit comes to you. A point, a sweep, a measured sign brings forth the unseen force divine. By this my hand I thee control, by gesture fine I bind thy soul. So let each move, each guiding line reflect thy will in form divine.
Use deliberate gestures with your hands, wand, or sword. These gestures act as physical extensions of your will and direct the flow of energy within the ritual space. Draw symbols in the air with precision, whether circles for protection or sigils for summoning. Each gesture must be purposeful, aligned with the words you speak. Synchronize your movements with your spoken commands, ensuring that gesture and voice operate in harmony. As you point or wave, imagine the energy moving with your hand, guiding the spirit's form and attention.
What eye cannot, the mind must see. The spirit forms by thy decree. Within thy sight the world remakes, as vision brings what mind creates. See not the void, but what must be, for in this sight the spirit's key. With every word, with every move, envision what thou dost approve. I see thee rise, I see thee near, I shape thy form from shadowed sphere. By thought and sight I thee behold, thy shape, thy name, thy truth unfold. See flames arise where light is none, see shapes where others see but one. Thus by thy vision spirits tread and move where thou dost see them led.
Close your eyes or soften your gaze and visualize the spirit you are summoning. Imagine its form, its presence, its energy filling the space. As you speak, commands and make gestures, simultaneously see the spirit responding in your mind's eye. Your visualization is the blueprint for the spirit's manifestation. Let your mental image be vivid. Imbue it with color, texture, and movement. The more detailed your vision, the stronger the connection between your mind and the spirit world.
See how the three now merge as one, converging neath the rising sun. For word gives birth to gesture's might, and both arise in spirit's sight. When voice is strong and hand is clear, the mind shapes all that spirits hear. Thus by command the air takes shape, and gesture moves the unseen cape. But in thy sight the spirit bends, as all three powers now transcend. Speak forth the name and see it rise, draw forth the sign, behold the skies. For word and hand and thought combine to weave the spell to form the line. So let this triad be thy guide, converging force where spirits hide. The spell of circle, triangle of manifestation, and evocation tools. First draw the line, the sacred ground where none may pass, where all is bound. A circle cast with will so strong that none may enter, right or wrong. This is thy shield, thy wall of light, that guards thee through the darkest night. By circle bright I stand secure, no force may breach, no harm endure. In salt or chalk the circle made, and in its glow thy power laid. Upon its edge the candles stand, to light the way and mark the land. 4 points of strength, imbalance found, the elements within are bound. This is the seal where power grows, the first of what the circle knows.
Begin by drawing a circle around your ritual space, using salt, chalk, or other consecrated materials. The circle creates a boundary that protects you from external energies and keeps your intent pure. Place candles or symbols of the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, water, at the cardinal points to harmonize the circle with natural forces. As you draw the circle, focus your intent on its protective power, chanting words of sealing and security. This circle is your first line of defense and the foundation of the spell.
Across the circle's edge is drawn a shape to greet the spirit's dawn, a triangle bright, a shining gate where spirit comes to meet its fate. By this my sign I thee compel to rise, to speak, and in this dwell. Beyond thy reach the spirit stays within the triangle's mystic rays. 3 points of power, 3 lines of force through which the spirit takes its course. Upon this ground it must appear, and by thy will it must stay near. The triangle holds what thou dost call, while circle shields and guards from all.
Place the triangle of manifestation outside the circle but within sight, where the spirit will appear. This triangle is the portal through which the spirit manifests. Draw the triangle with care, marking its 3 points clearly. Each point should be charged with energy, acting as a magnetic field that draws the spirit into your control. As you complete the triangle, chant words of summoning and binding, directing the spirit into this defined space where it will remain confined throughout the ritual.
The wand, the blade, the tools of craft through which thy will and force is cast, the wand to guide, the sword to bind, the cup to drink from mind to mind. In every tool the magic flows, and through each one the spirit knows. By wand I trace, by blade I seal, by cup I drink, the truth reveal. These are the keys to bind and free, to guide the spirit's energy. Let not thy hand forget their weight, for tools do shape the spirit's fate. The wand directs, the blade commands, the chalice joins the broken strands. With every tool a force combined to weave the spell the spirit signed.
Use your wand or staff to direct energy and to summon the spirit into the triangle. The wand acts as an extension of your will, drawing the spirit into focus. The sword or dagger is used to assert control and bind the spirit. It represents authority and sharpness of intent. The chalice, pentacle, or other symbolic tools may be used for specific rituals or to offer libations, completing the energy circuit. Each tool must be imbued with purpose, and as you use them, imagine their force flowing through you into the spirit realm.
Here circle guards, here triangle calls, and tools do shape the ritual halls. See now how each their power lends, as all 3 forces must converge as friends. The circle shields, the triangle claims, the tools of craft ignite the flames. For without circle none may stand, the shield of light must first command. And without triangle's guiding door, the spirit comes but knows no shore. And tools must channel what thou hast, or else the spell will never last. Let these 3 join as one combined, to hold the spirit sharp and kind. With circle, triangle, tools in hand, thy force is woven strong and grand. The call to deeper mysteries, the journey's end is but a door through which awaits the ancient lore. These spells you've learned, this wisdom old, is but a glimpse of tales untold. For deeper still the shadows lie, where spirits speak and powers vie. Yet fear not now, O seeker bold, for you have grasped the keys of gold. Know that the road winds ever on, and though the dawn of wisdom's drawn, the stars above still whisper low of names and seals you've yet to know. The Goetia waits in silence deep, its spirits bound in slumbered sleep, till thou dost speak the words to wake, and from the dark their hands to take.
You have learned the framework, the circles, the sigils, the spells that summon and bind. Now let us travel further into the abyss, where the spirits of Baal, Paimon, Asmodee, and others dwell, waiting to reveal their gifts. Their seals speak a language of stars, and their names hum with ancient power. You have the tools. Now it is time to meet the forces Solomon himself commanded.
This grimoire of Solomon, now thine, has set thee on the path divine. But higher mountains still remain, where ancient spirits still refrain to share their secrets, powers vast, and guide thee through the final cast. Yet each will come when called by name, to bind with will and speak the same. The Great Grimoire of Solomon has opened to you the sacred ways of summoning, protection, and control. But the true heart of the magic lies in the study of the 72 spirits of the Goetia. Each spirit holds its own unique power, its own secrets, and its own path to deeper understanding. Oh, join us once again, dear friend, for this is not where paths must end. For in the circle, hand to hand, we summon forth the spirit band. The 72 await thy call, each one to rise, though one and all. By name, by seal, by word and sight, their mysteries stretch through endless night.
Join us again, fellow seeker. Together, we will uncover the mysteries of each spirit, learn their attributes, and unlock the full potential of the Ars Goetia. With wisdom and care, we shall summon these powers to our side, walking the same path that the great king once walked. The study awaits, and the journey continues.
So to the stars the road doth wind, and to the spirits thou shalt bind. In study deep and ritual bright, thou'lt walk the way of endless night. Till next we meet, when names we call, the Goetia speaks, one and all. The door is open, the key is thine. Return and seek the path divine.